Hi there everyone, Jack here again at the Vinyl Voyage. So I absolutely love the summer. Longer nights, warmer weather, you get to soak up all that vitamin D, it's a time of positivity and good vibes. I get nostalgic for summers gone by, and I think back to summers when I was like 19 years old, borrowing my mum and dad's car, filling the tank up with some petrol. You've got the open road, a day trip away with mates, and sticking on Teenage Fan Club's Grand Prix on the stereo. Absolutely glorious. Summers are all about optimism and endless possibilities. Today then I'm going to show a collection of bangers that really get the endorphins flowing. All these albums are upbeat, they have chiming guitars, they've got absolutely glorious harmonies, they're really catchy. Some of them are old favourites and some of them are the newer sounds of my summer. Let's go. Coming in red hot then, the Stone Roses debut album from 1989 on Silvertone Records. One of my favourite albums of all time, and certainly an album that soundtracked more summers than any other album I've ever listened to, other than maybe Forever Changes. But I absolutely love this classic late 80s UK indie. If you've not heard this, you've got to hear it. It's just fantastic. You've got John Squire's amazing virtuoso lead guitar playing. He's got that kind of Birdsey and Django amazing guitar leads. You've got Manny just laying the bedrock with those iconic bass lines. Ian Brown's choir boy vocals. He might not sound great live, but he sounds amazing on record. And Rennie is just like the icing on the cake, just like the best drummer of his generation. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant backing vocals as well. Such a good album. So many great songs on here. Starting off with I Want to Be Adored with that absolutely fantastic bass line. She Bangs the Drums, which is just perfect for the summer. So optimistic and upbeat, and yeah, other great songs like Song for My Sugar Sponge Sister, really upbeat. Made of Stone, Waterfall, my absolute favourite, one of my favourite songs of all time, Bye Bye Badman, just so good. What an album. When the summer starts, when the sun comes out, reach for the Stone Roses debut. I don't think it can be bettered. Check out that artwork as well by Squire. John Squire done all the artwork on the original album. Sleeves and 12 inches singles. There's that label. This is the red and black label. Yeah, absolutely essential stuff. From a beloved classic to a relative obscurity, this is Bronco Bullfrog with their debut album from 1998. This is absolutely amazing. It's honestly the best album that you've never heard. It is that good. Bronco Bullfrog came about then just at the tail end of Britpop. They don't sound anything like Britpop. They are a power pop three-piece band out of Leicester, made up of Michael Poulsen on lead vocals, Andy Morton on drums and principal songwriting duties, and Lewis Wiglet on bass guitar. That's the guys there. So if you like power pop, you like Django pop, bands like the Raspberries, Teenage Fan Club, Big Star, Birds, you will love this. It's really so good. It's a lovely reissue as well. I love these Gerson reissues. But you've got a bit of a tale of the band there from the band members talking around about 2012, 2013. And then you've got lyrics here. You really, this is amazing. Just listen to those first two songs, Yesterday's News and Together. Stream them on Spotify and be amazed that you've never heard of this band before. How they never made it big is an absolute wonder, because they're so catchy, amazing harmonies, amazing chiming Birdsian guitars, fantastic songwriting, brilliant hooks. Yeah, just what a range of songs as well. Obviously, really 60s influenced, but I can't speak highly enough of this album. I'm quite new to it, but it's grabbed me straight away, and it's one of the best things I've heard in absolutely ages. Really good stuff. Like I said, if you like power pop, if you like Django pop, give Bronco Bullfrog a listen. They're absolutely amazing. Next, another summer stomper from the 80s. This is Jonathan Richmond and the Modern Lovers with their fourth album, Jonathan Sings, from 1984. This is on Omnivore Records. Originally put out on Sire Records, but cool cover. I love Jonathan Richman. A lot of people I think are kind of put off by it with Jonathan Richman because of his kind of nasally singing voice, but I don't know. I just think he's amazing. He's got so much passion. He might not be the best technical singer, but loads of passion, loads of soul. He's got some good humour in his songs, and he just like exudes New England cool. But this album here is as American as the Stone Roses debut is English. It's just really upbeat, really ramshackle. It's got a great 60s rock and roll sound, and what I really love as well is the female backing singers. They've got that whole Shangri-La's vibe going on, and such a great summer album. It's a little bit lo-fi. Well, that's kind of what makes it cool. I love this inner sleeve. Create, devour, repeat. That's what I've been doing with this album recently. It's just, I'll just show you the label. Yeah, it just opens up brilliant with that summer feeling, just really sets the scene. That's such a great song. And then this kind of music ramps up the energy and kind of good time vibes. Then if you flip on to side 2, you've got Give Paris One More Chance, which is an absolute classic song as well in Jonathan's repertoire. But yeah, love Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers, and this is probably my favourite album of theirs, other than the Modern Lovers debut album, probably. But yeah, this is really, really good, and like a really, really good, feel good summer album. Back to 1965 and Ground Zero for Jangle Pop as the Birds with their debut album, Hey Mr. Tambourine Man, on Columbia Records. This is just absolutely amazing stuff. It set the bar so high, it still sounds, modern today. It doesn't sound dated at all. You've got Roger McGuinn's absolutely amazing 12-string Rickenbacker chime. You've got those glorious harmonies from Gene Clark, Crosby, and Roger McGuinn. And just the songwriting as well is fantastic. Obviously a mix of Gene Clark originals and Dylan covers, but you've got Mr. Tambourine Man, I feel a whole lot better. Bells of Rimini, All I Really Want to Do. Chimes of Freedom. It's just superlative stuff. Like I said, it all started here. The Birds set the bar high for jangle pop and that kind of Birdsian sound, and much imitated but never bettered. We need good time summer music now more than ever, so it's great to see a new release coming out in 2024 that's so upbeat, it's so summery, it's so catchy. It's got the glorious Beach Boys harmonies, those bits of amazing Birdsian jangle pop. It is the Lemon Twigs with their 5th album. It's called A Dream Is All We Know. It was released on Captured Records. Yeah, this is so, so good. If you like, again, the usual suspects, the Birds, the Beach Boys, it's really, really Beach Boys. Big Star, then this could just be for you. It's even got a little bit of the sound of Jonathan Richman, I think, in places as well. I think the first song was the single, My Golden Years. That's very, very Beach Boys. You can see it looks really retro, 60s. I've got it on this nice white vinyl, which is pretty cool. And I've just noticed I get this Lemon Twigs poster with it, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, great band. I've not heard too much of the Lemon Twigs, but really, really impressed with this. It's such a fantastic, upbeat, harmonious album. Check it out. Check out the Golden Years, the opening track, to give you a bit of a flavour of what the album's like. Now, I've shown the Birds already, so it would be remiss of me not to show the Beach Boys, who are obviously the finest purveyors of sunshine pop out there. This is the Feels Flow, or Feel Flows box set that was released, I think it was about 5 years ago or something like that now, and it encompasses Sunflower from 1970 and Surf's Up, but it's Sunflower that I really want to speak about here. I've been listening to that a lot this summer. Sunflower, like I said, was released in 1970, and it was really the album where the Beach Boys tried to find themselves again. They'd kind of become culturally irrelevant towards the end of the 60s. They went through the whole Smile debacle, and this was them trying to find a sound that kind of that kind of made them relevant again. Brian Wilson plays a part in this, but it's by no means a Brian Wilson album. All the rest of the band kind of come to the fore, especially Dennis Wilson. He's got some fantastic songs on here. The opener, Slip On Through, and other great one as well is Forever. It's such a nice song. But then other great songs on here, All I Want to Do. People say that that's like prototype shoegaze. I think it sounds more dream pop. But yeah, it's a really, really good album. Show the inside. Yeah, I'm a massive Beach Boys fan. You can't go wrong with the Beach Boys. Sunflower wouldn't be my favourite album, but I'm listening to it a lot at the moment. So this is a Capitol reissue. I think at the time they'd actually moved away from Capitol, and this was originally on Reprise, I believe. But this is, yeah, Capitol reissued the box set with Surf's Up, and both of the albums have like a ton of outtakes as well from Holland and from Surf's Up and from Sunflower. But yeah, I love Sunflower. Great album. Next up then, from 2020, we have Corner Shop with their 9th album, England is a Garden, and it's on their own label, Ample Play Records, and this is a real beauty as well. If you don't know Corner Shop, they were big during the Britpop era with their kind of smash hit single, Brimful of Asha, which was famously remixed by Fatboy Slim. But this is very different, but it's very good. Very upbeat, very catchy, very pastoral in parts with flutes and sitars and the sounds of summer birds chirping. It's very 60s influenced, but yeah, it's just really upbeat, and it's almost got like a real glam rock swagger to it as well. You know, obviously Corner Shop were a band that mixed Indian music with indie rock, but this has got a real retro 60s tinge to it, I think. But yeah, really some really good songs. The highlight for me is the song Highly Amplified, which is just such great upbeat, kind of almost like 60s psychedelia. It's really good. St Mary Under Cannon, the opening song, is really good. No Rock, Save and Roll was a single. That's like a bit of a glam rock stomper. They've still got a little bit of a political edge to them. We've got Everywhere That a War Army Roam. It's another new album that I've been enjoying in summer 2024 is the new album, their 9th album from the Decemberists, and it is called As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again, and it's on Yab Records. Before I even get into the music, check out that packaging. The artwork's absolutely fantastic. Comes on this absolutely beautiful gatefold. I'm not going to take out any of the records because it's really tight. It's really hard to get the records in and out, but you do get this little kind of tarot card, Saint Joan. That's the last track on the album. You get a nice little lyrics booklet as well. But yeah, it's a fantastic album. If you don't know the Decemberists, they're a 5-piece band out of Portland in the USA. And this album here opens up with a really catchy, maybe my song of the year, catchy Beach Boys inspired number called Burial Ground. Really upbeat, really catchy, lovely harmonies, very un-Decemberists to be honest. But you've got 4 sides on here, and each side has a very different sound. So you've got lovely Bird's kind of REM jangle, reminiscent of their album The King Is Dead, that first side. Then side 2 is a little bit more folky, with songs like The Black Mariah's really cool, William Fitzwilliam. So that's a little bit more like the kind of traditional Decemberist sound. That third side is like more 60s, a little bit psychedelia tinged, a little bit baroque. But that's really nice as well. That song, America Made Me, I really like. It's a kind of jaunty little piano number with tuba as well. And then the 4th side is Joan in the Garden. And that's like That's like a kind of mini epic. It's like 4 songs all rolled into one. There's little bits of folk, there's little bits of prog, which is really unusual, I think, for the Decemberists. Then it all almost breaks into this little kind of ambient forest sounds passage. But yeah, really unusual song, I think, for the Decemberists. But I love this. I love the band, and this is a bit different from them. That first side is definitely more upbeat than you normally get. It's more jangly, I think, than you normally get. Still got that kind of REM influence, Birds influence, but overall, yeah, really good album, and an album that I've really been enjoying over the last few weeks. So that's me almost at the end of my summer albums rundown. I spoke at the beginning about Teenage Fan Club and how when I was 19 I loved playing Grand Prix in the car. Now I'm going to finish on a box set and fast forward about 5 years later to when I was about 23, 24, and over the summer I couldn't get enough of this box set. My favourite box set of all time is of course the Fantastic Nuggets and what's the little subheading? Original artifacts from the first psychedelic era, 1965 to 1968. It's what an amazing package this is, but it's full of absolute beauties. Some of the highlights for me would be, of course, Love 7 and 7 Is, You're Gonna Miss Me, the 13th Floor Elevators, Incense and Peppermints, the Strawberry Alarm Clock. I love I Ain't No Miracle Worker by the Brogues. I'm 5 years ahead of my time by the Third Bordeaux. What other beauties are on here? Let me see. The Sonics, Strychnine. Oh, just they're all brilliant. They're all brilliant. Are You Going to Be There at the Lovin'? The Chocolate Watch Band is brilliant as well. It's just fantastic. The whole thing is amazing. There's not like a bad track on here. With the CD box set, you get this really substantial booklet. It just goes through all the singles and brief histories of all the bands. It's just really well put together. And just amazing summer music. You know, everything's like kind of sub 2.5 minute songs, full of energy, full of passion. A lot of the time, kind of more lo-fi recordings, just basic garage rock recordings. But you know, who needs studio trickery when you're putting that much energy and passion into your music? I love this. It's so good and just perfect for the summer. So there we go. Nuggets, original artifacts from the first psychedelic era. So there you have it, some of my favourite summer albums. Some new, some old. Check out that Bronco Bullfrog. It's absolutely amazing. I can't believe it's such an unknown album. Really, really good. Likewise, the new Decemberists album and the new Lemon Twigs album's brilliant as well. But yeah, any summer favourites that you'd like to share, stick them in the comments. I'd love to hear about them. If you'd like to chat about any of the albums that I've shown, again, put your comments in the comments box below. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a like, really helps the videos, and likewise subscribe if you want to watch more of my videos. Until the next time, keep on spinning those records. See you later.